Good morning, guys. So anyway, today is supposed to be my 28th year anniversary to my knock. Anyway, reflection, guys. Reflecting on this day. I don't know if anybody is married, but nobody get married to get divorced. I'm in the divorce process right now. But when I first got married, I thought it was going to be till death do us part. And that's the dream that I came to talk about today. I think I did a video before this, advising people that's getting married to not just think about the dream, but the commitment that they made. Because my question is, do you ever really know a person? Because a lot of people wear masks and they like to pretend. So do you know your partner? Like the way you think you know them? Like the way I thought I knew my husband? I actually didn't know him at all. At all. There's something to be said about long-term relationships. And how people sometimes outgrow each other because the communication breaks down, or the person chooses not to share with you anymore, choose not to do things with you anymore, but they take it outside. What they're supposed to give their spouse, they take it outside of the relationship. So while you're inside of your relationship, doing the right thing, trying to keep the marriage together, the other person is separating from you or already mentally separated from you, but you didn't know that because you're still living in a pretend zone. Anyway, like I said, guys, I'm still celebrating good morning. I'm still celebrating just myself, you know, my strength and my courage to actually stand up for myself, not being so codependent, you know, knowing when to walk away when things get too much. And even though when you want to stay, you got to leave for your mental health, your sanity, and your dignity. You got to leave. You cannot allow somebody to continue to step on you and feel like because they have been with you for a while, they feel like you're never going anywhere. Wow. That's them taking you for granted. That's them thinking that you'll never go anywhere because they think they know you. Anyhow, this is just a reflection video, guys. And if you discover that you were in a narcissistic relationship, because whether you grew up in a narcissistic household and then your spouse brought that all out of you, brought it out to your attention, and now the highlight is on to let you discover that you grew up in a narcissistic, and most of your family members are narcissistic, and you were trained to ignore a lot of things. I would like you to wake up out of your dream and take charge of your life. That's what I'm celebrating today. I'm celebrating my marriage basically to myself, because that's the first person you got to commit to. You know what I mean? Don't dishonor yourself. Even when you're with someone and you love somebody so much, you can't love somebody more than how you love yourself. You can't let them continue to step on you and you just swallow it and say, give me some more. No, you got to know when to walk away, guys. Okay? So I'm walking away. I'm actually doing a walk right now. Self-care, self-love, getting your body back together, your mind, your spiritual life back together. Sometimes in a long-term relationship, you have to walk away because the person actually, your committed partner actually walked away from you totally, but you were the last to know. So you got people in the neighborhood that knew things and you didn't because you were blinded, but you're awake now. You're awake. You know, stop being in denial. Hold your head up and keep on moving. It's okay. Just hold your head up. You don't have to hold your head down in shame. You did nothing wrong. Okay? Let this person that have their sexual addiction or whatever addiction, multiple addiction that they have, let them deal with whatever they're dealing with. You cannot help them. Only God could help them. Okay? Each of us have our own walk in life. And sometimes you drift apart. Maybe sometime you come back together. Maybe sometime you don't. Can't worry about that person. You got to move on. Especially if you have children. You can't go down. The whole family's going to go down and dump. No. I listen to so much people. People talk about they stay and this person continue to dog them and they just stay just because they're committed in the marriage. No, sometimes you have to leave, guys. It has to be consequences for people's behavior. If not, they're just going to keep on doing it. They're just going to keep on stepping on you because they know they can and you will not go anywhere. And it's okay. First, commit to yourself. Develop yourself and be the best you that you can be. Because you have your children looking at you. And remember, this is a generational curse as well. And if you stay and continue to be a doormat, that's how your daughter and your son are going to think this is normal. And it's not. Okay? Be the change you want to see. So anyway, waking up and discovering that you're in a narcissistic relationship, you learn about so many vocabulary. Supply, new supply, old supply, gaslighting, codependent, silent treatment, hoovering. The cycle continues. You know what I mean? So I am now writing journals. I have about 13 journals on, this is what came out of my narcissistic relationship. I'm now doing journals. I have 13 on Amazon and growing. And I will continue to make my journals because what I want to tell you guys as survivors is when you can't go to family members or you can't go to your friends, you can write your thoughts down in your book, in your journal. Go to Amazon.com/Sharon Walker journal and purchase. The journals are especially made for people going through trauma, family relationship, narcissistic abuse. So go ahead and check it out. Again, Amazon.com/Sharon Walker journal and support the thing. But out of negative experience, guys, you develop yourself and become the best version of you. Okay, so I want to say again, happy anniversary to me. You guys make sure you leave a comment down here. Let me know. I actually want to thank the narcissist because he opened my eyes to a lot of things. And since he likes to stalk me, I know he stalks me on Facebook. I blocked him, and on Instagram. But if he's watching on YouTube, happy anniversary. I hope you get it together. Get it together. Each of us have a journey. You do not have to wallow in guilt and shame. You can hold your head up, turn your life around. It's always an option. Okay? Oh, by the way, guys, I have this stone right here because it reminds me of the cornerstone of my life, which is Jesus Christ, and also of the strange woman that they talk about in Proverbs 5. Okay? Her lips are like honeycomb. Okay? But her feet, when you go in her house, she leads to hell. It's always a choice. So as I reflect on my anniversary, as I reflect on how much years I put into my relationship, and basically nothing, this is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. This is what you got to stand by nature to heal your soul. Because it's the dark night of the soul that we're going through after narcissistic abuse. It's not a heartbreak, guys. Your soul is fragmented, okay? So as I told you guys about my journey, oh my God, you got to be in nature. And as I write my 14th book, my 14th journal, I'm going to be doing a journal with all the vocabularies as it relates to narcissistic abuse and the dark night of the soul, and grief, trauma, PTSD, complex PTSD as well. We're suffering what the war veterans go through. Could you imagine that one relationship would destroy us like this? But don't let it destroy you. Get help. It's okay to get therapy. So my next book, we'll be just talking about the process of narcissistic abuse and how to get over it, climb over it, and open that beautiful caterpillar to be the best butterfly that you can be. You could grow. You could grow. Okay? And how talks about also your spiritual life and how after going through this, you get a little more closer to the Creator, you know? And you start finding out things about yourself that you didn't know, you know? But you got to be better for yourself. You got to love yourself more. I'm sorry. Okay? So, happy anniversary to me. I'm moving on. I'm climbing on. I'm going through it. I'm jumping through it. I'm doing the best that I can do to be the best person that I can be. No white horse is coming to save you guys. Sometimes going through this, your friends, they turn away from you. Family, you run to them, they turn away from you. So that's why I'm saying you develop your spiritual life, okay? Because that's who you really could rely on, is God. So as I'm walking, taking in some deep breaths, it's so good for you guys. Deep breaths. As I'm taking in some deep breaths, smiling, releasing the forgiveness for whoever hurt you. Got to release that from your heart because it causes disease if you keep it inside, okay? You don't want that. So, comment, like, and share. If you care to share your experience, that's great. You could always go to my website, rosesresources.biz, okay? Thank you very, very much. Guys, have a great day.